Hey everybody, Milton Davis here. Coming up to you today to do our July update. I guess you can call that. Just say it one more time because sometimes Facebook kind of throws me off a little bit. So Milton Davis here with our July update. Just want to go over some things that we've been dealing with this month, or should they dealing with, but having fun with this month, and just kind of get you up to speed on what's going to be going on the rest of this month and a little bit of what's going to be happening in August. So the first thing I like to talk about is our book reading that I had earlier at the 44th and 3rd booksellers. We had a great time. We had a great crowd, capacity crowd, about 20 people. We had Lavelle Hooks from WRFG Jazz No Chaser as our host, and it was a great time. We did a little short interview. I read my story, Grandpa's Hand, and then we had some questions, and we had some really good feedback from everybody. Everybody really enjoyed it. They enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the whole thing. It was a great audience mix. I had family there, friends there, people that I never met before that had come and heard about the event. There was actually a couple of people who had heard about it that day on social media, and they came down to take part in it. So it went really great. Of course, I was reading from Muscadine Wine, my collection of short stories set in South Georgia, and kind of personal book to me. And it went well. What else can I say? We had a really good time. I'm glad. I'd like to thank everybody who came out. I'd like to give a shout out to Daryl Johnson. Daryl came up, set up the cameras, filmed the event. So for those of you who weren't able to make it, we will have the video available soon. It'll be available on my YouTube channel. We're going to kind of split it up. We're going to have a video of the entire event as well as just the reading itself. So you can choose what you want to take a look at during that time period. So another thing I want to talk about is what you probably see me wearing right now is Playing the Odds. The animation is finally complete. If you are a backer, you have already received your MP4 of the animation, and we're getting some great response from it because it was great. It's a great animation. Shout out to everybody on the team. This project started over 2 years ago, based on an ideal on a story that I wrote, a short story that I wrote called Playing the Odds. Ended up expanding the story into a novella. Everybody that's on the team are people that I've known for years, and we talked about different things. And this was the project that kind of brought us all together and said, "Hey, let's make an animation out of it." If you haven't seen the book yet, here it is, Playing the Odds. Amazing cover by Sean Hill. Amazing words inside it by me. See Dedrin's on the screen here. Thank you, Dedrin. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, yesterday was my birthday. I turned 63 years young, so we're celebrating that. And I just want to kind of go through individually and give a shout out to the team. Starting off with Mark Vision Barnes. Mark was our animator. I met Mark years ago online. Really impressed by his work. Was always looking for an opportunity to work with him, and this was that opportunity. He put a lot into this whole project. We had a lot of different obstacles along the way, had software crashing, incompatibilities, but Mark fought through all that and finally got it done. And so that's why we're here today with this animated series. I also like to give a shout out to Paul Brown. Paul Brown was an animator that I met online, saw some of his work, and it was really great work. And he actually laid the foundation for this animation with his animatic. It was the animatic that he created based on the script that we wrote that gave Mark the I guess to say the direction to go with the animation, and ended up being the foundation of what we ended up with. Of course, got to give a shout out to Paula Gammon. Paula is the sound master. Her company Pep Squally specializes in doing podcasts, basically in Europe, doing young adult podcasts. But Paula is a master of sound, special effects, all aspects of animation. Really, I learned more from Paula in 6 months than I learned in animation in the 7-8 years that I had been working on it prior to meeting her. She did a great job with the sound. and doing the voices. She got the voice actors for us. She did all the sound effects, and she worked on getting the music on time with the animation, which brings me to Otis Galloway. Otis Galloway is our music composer. Met Otis when I was working on the project The City. He was inspired by the stories and ended up writing a soundtrack for that. And so, of course, when we decided to do Playing the Odds, we went to Otis. And Otis did what he does. He wrote an amazing soundtrack. I think we got like 12 tracks. And Paula even said they were having a hard time trying to decide which tracks to use because they were so good. And they really are. If you've seen the video, you already know. If you've been to his Spotify or his YouTube, you've probably heard the soundtrack. But if you haven't seen it yet, you will see it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And the other members of the team as well. We had Brandon Davis, my son, working on backgrounds. DeGradier Daniels, another one of our technical people. We had Scott Washington. Scott Washington makes amazing models. And we also had, had, of course, Dedra Sneed and Keisha, our marketing team. So we got a really great team together, man. I mean, and to be able to come together and do this project, was a labor of love, too. And, of course, I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss shouting out the Kickstarter people, the backers who came in and backed us for it. Want to talk about K. Cerise Wright, who was one of our producers, who backed on the producer level, as well as Glenn Paris, who backed on that producer level. And I mean, it was because of your efforts and your belief in this project that we were able to complete it. But of course, we're not finished yet. If there's an episode 1, there's got to be an episode 2. So we're going to come back to you, hoping you'll support us on that episode as well. And I think when you see, if you've already seen the first episode, which the backers have, we're already hearing feedback from them that they're waiting to support episode 2. We are going to be doing a premiere of episode 1 at the Urban Nerd Con on July 22nd at 11:30. So if you're at Urban Nerd Con, you can come by our table. We might be able to actually set up for a screening, and you can come check it out yourself with us. And so everything that we're doing from that point on is going to be to support and raise money for episode 2. The swag I have on here, the hat, the t-shirts, they're on sale on my website. The book itself, all the profits that we get from selling these items are going to go toward producing episode 2. Animation is expensive. I'm just going to come out and say it. It is. It's an expensive endeavor. Takes a lot of money to make it work, and we want to make sure that everybody that's working on our project is getting paid for their work. So just giving you the sales pitch early on, but just want to let you know this is the direction that we're going to be heading with the project, and hopefully till we get to the point where we can tell the entire story. If you've read the book, you want to see it. If you haven't read the book, check it out, and you'll see what we're trying to do, and I think you'll get excited about the project as well. But speaking of Urban Nerd Con, that's what's going down this weekend in Atlanta. From July 21st to July 23rd will be the Urban Nerd Con. This is the second year for the convention. The first year was in Montgomery. They got a great turnout, but they decided to bring it here to Atlanta, to Urban Nerd Central. So they're expecting even a bigger turnout this year. I mean, I'm looking at some of the guests that are coming in town. A lot of great folks are coming in town. Some of the guests from Montgomery are coming in. There's a lot of people that I've known online for a long time that I've never met, that I'm finally going to get the opportunity to meet them here at Urban Nerd Con, and I'm really looking forward to it. As far as myself and MVmedia, I'm attending as a pro. I'm going to have a vendor's table, so I'm going to have the books there. So come on by and check them out. In particular, I want to kind of bring some attention to a few of them. I'm going to have Languages of Water, which is a book edited by Eugene Bacon. And if you've been involved in science fiction and fantasy, and especially black speculative fiction, you know about Eugene Bacon. She's on fire right now. She's got all kinds of books coming out. And this is a unique project because this is one that she edited. And I'm getting the opportunity to publish this book. It won't be officially available until September 1st, but I will have copies of it at Urban Nerd Con, so you can swing by my table and get some. Also, it just came out this month, Black and Roots, which is a collection of vampire stories, black vampire stories. I have the honor of having a story in this, as well as another group of great authors. It's basically published by Nicole Given Kurtz and Tanya Ransom. If you've been involved in Black speculative fiction, you know both of these ladies. You know they do amazing work. And I'm also going to have one of my favorite anthologies with me, The Slay. Uh, Stories from the Vampire Noir. I love this book. I love the hard copy of this book. So whenever I order it, I always get the hard copy. So those are some of the books that are going to be on my table, in addition to my other titles and stuff. So you can come check them out. I'm bringing in a lot of inventory because I'm expecting a lot of y'all to be there and to come pick up books for me. Now, see, I wrote a list because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything as I was talking. I'm also going to be doing a panel, Afrocentric World Building. Now that panel is going to take place at 12 p.m. It's going to be on Sunday in the Blue Room. So y'all come check us out. It's going to be yours truly. It's going to be Balogun Ojitade, Dedrin Sneed of Subsume, Violet Muir, and Bennett Sherman. All of us are going to be on there on the table. I'm actually going to do a post tomorrow that will have everybody's pictures so you can see who they are. It's going to have their bios so you can know what they're about. But we're basically going to be discussing Afrocentric world building. We're going to be talking about how, we world build, how, we incorporate, the different histories that we're pulling from to create our stories into it, and what makes this world building Afrocentric, different things like that. Then we'll give the audience a chance to ask questions about world building, what they things that they want to know about our process and everything like that. So that's going to be going on. Now, from the vending standpoint, you can find me. I'm going to be at booth 10-1. That's where I'll be vending. That's also going to be where we're going to be showing the debut of Playing the Odds episode 1. For some odd reason, if you can't make it, we will also be debuting the video on my YouTube channel. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna copy a link and put it on here so y'all can check it out. Let me see, and put it in the comment section. Okay, that's not working yet. Give me just a minute. Okay, and it didn't do that one. Let me delete what's up there right now, and then I put it. But anyway, I'm going to put the link to the YouTube. So if you're not able to be there with us and watch the debut premiere live, you can actually watch it on our YouTube channel. I'm also going to put a link to the Urban Nerd Con website, so you can check that out there and get all the details of the event. The prices are actually pretty reasonable as well for the weekend. I think it's $50 that covers the entire weekend. Of course, they've got individual pricing for individual days. If you can't make it the entire weekend, I don't see why you wouldn't be. But if you can't, you can come check it out and on the day that you prefer. And I'll be there all 3 days, so you can check me out there. You can check everybody else out there. But it looks like it's going to be a great time, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody. And we know you'll be there. Let's try this one more time with the YouTube link. Copy that. Now I'm moving my screen all over the place. Y'all forgive me for a minute. Here we go. We're better now. Alrighty. So I just posted up the link to Playing the Odds on the YouTube. It's basically you can sign up for this and you'll be notified when the video goes live. Please share it with your friends. Let them know what's going on. And I'm also going to pull up this link for the Urban Nerd Con. Give me just a minute here. Okay, put this right here. Alrighty, I just put the link for the Urban Nerd Con up there as well. So that's about it. That's what's going on this month. Thank you very much for the people who came to the book reading, the book signing. thank you in advance for everyone that's going to show up at Urban Nerd Card this weekend and come check us out. Like I said, there's a lot of great guests there. Go check the website out so you can see everybody that's going to be there. The only thing that I'll probably bring up to you is that in August, I will be in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, attending the Mid-City Microcon. I'm going to be one of the speakers there, and again, I will be talking about Afrocentric world building. So if you happen to be in Baton Rouge, you will see me there, and you'll probably see me looking for jambalaya, but I will be there. So that's about it, y'all. Thank you for checking me out. We'll be looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend. Of course, you know where I am. If you have any questions, anything like that, just hit me up on my Facebook page, and I'll answer them the best way I can. So everybody take care. Peace.